Good morning, this is episode 2. Had an amazing reaction to the first video. I'm pretty blown away. I don't know what I was expecting really. I knew my mum would follow and I knew my wife would follow. But literally we've had a good few subscribers. Already this is like the next day over 1,000 views, some amazing messages and some like really good feedback from people that I really respect. Like 𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗟𝗏𝗧 the 𝗕𝗨𝗓𝗑𝗏𝗧.
We own a construction company. We're property developers.
Right, I'm telling you now, yeah, this guy is going to be massive on YouTube. Right, this is his first video.
We've got over 40 members.
Give it a watch. I've just watched it all now. I'm telling you now, it's brilliant.
Dave from D&J Projects, just people that I am inspired by. So to hear it from those kind of people is mega. So I'm at our main unit here downstairs in our stores and having a little look round. This is where we keep all our toys. I'm a bit obsessed with 𝗕𝗨𝗕𝗟𝗃, as you can probably see. And to be honest, I'm a bit obsessed with tools, full stop, even though I wouldn't know how to use any. But I've had to think about it. You'd seen in the last video that we were setting up the workshop for Dale, our mechanic and fabricator. And really thinking about it, I've decided that what we should do is use that other site as our storage and use this as the workshop because the ceilings are higher, we can get ramps in here, we'll be able to get the higher top vans in here, which we can't get in the other one. So it's a complete ball ache because now we've got to move everything over there and move stuff over here, but I think long term it's the right thing to do. So I'm just having a little look round, seeing what I want to keep here. I want to keep all our tools, power tools here, access equipment. Literally we've got everything. Stuff that we don't even use that often, and then work out what needs to go over there. And I want that to happen this week. So in the last video, you'll remember we had an issue with bad ground and awful drains at our extension project. Well, I'm pleased to say we finally managed to get the pilers in, get it piled, and the guys are putting the roof on the front. What I've not mentioned is that it's -5 degrees in Manchester, which is pretty warm for Manchester, to be fair. What we are pleased about is that it's not raining. Over in Liverpool at Preferred Joinery, the guys are loading a really nice order, which is on its way down to London for a delivery on a high-end build. So I'm just having a little catch up with our in-house stud here, 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. He's currently single, ladies, if you're interested. He went on a little date this weekend. He's just been telling me about it. Why don't you give us a little recap of the date?
So it was. I thought it was going all right. A couple of drinks in town.
Why do you think it was going all right?
Just because you get a feeling.
Was she giving you the eye?
She was giving me the apple pie, and I thought it was going all right.
What's the apple pie?
The apple pie's the eye.
Yeah, I know that, but just what's the apple pie? What is it?
It's just just looking at me, little lip bite, all that type of thing.
Oh, she was lip biting.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what happened?
Well, maybe she wasn't because she went to the bathroom. I got her another drink.
How long
ready
was she in the
to
bathroom
go.
for?
She wasn't gone that long, to be fair. But when she got down, I was like, oh yeah, I got us another drink, and
then what?
She went, yeah, I don't think you're for me. Mid-date. So
Did she finish the drink?
Yeah, she finished it and then got going.
So she finished the drink
and she got going pretty swiftly.
Oh, see, you need to feel sorry for our 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I mean, look at him. If you're into that sort of niche, hunky, geeky look, and he's a very, very good architectural designer as well. So, ladies, drop us a comment if you're interested. How was your weekend, Jay?
Good, thank you.
So this is, for those that haven't worked it out, this is my little brother, Jay, who's actually 6 foot. How tall are you? 6'1". So he's a little bit taller than me, but I'm 1 year older than him. And he looks after the office. So how was your weekend? What did you get up to, Jay?
Very good.
What did you do? Jay's a bit obsessed with running junior football teams. I think he manages about 20. We've noticed here, whilst he's working, doing orders, he's actually planning out formations. But yeah, so how did you boys get on this weekend?
They won 8-0.
8-0? Why don't you... do you think they're in the wrong league? Because what score was it last week?
We won 10-0.
Yeah, do you think it's a bit unfair now? Maybe you need to go up a league.
Just
Is there no promotions in your league?
Just my expert management.
Yeah, you are a good man. You are a good coach. So he did manage my son, but we didn't quite work with the uncle and nephew dynamic, so we had to take him out. But we're going to get back, aren't we? How was your weekend, Danny? Danny! Danny thinks he's the Stig. Don't want to be on camera. This is my office, by the way. Can I come in? How was your weekend, Danny? You all right? Very, very good personality. You have to believe me on that. So I've been on hold for 23 minutes now. See if any other business owner recognises this hold tone. I reckon I have nightmares about that. In fact, I'm definitely going to have that playing at my funeral. So basically, I'm on hold to the HMRC. Just had a bit of an unexpected bill. Land for 21 grand that I wasn't expecting. So, need to get onto them. I'm sure it's right, but I don't know why I've got it and why it's only just come now. And it's accrued some nice interest as well, so I don't really want to have to pay it all at once either, so I'm going to try and ring them and pay. So pay a bit now and see if I can negotiate a little bit of a payment plan with them, because we weren't expecting this. So that's Monday pretty much dealt with. In my last career, many years ago, I used to absolutely dread Mondays, but now I look forward to them. I get butterflies in my stomach on a Sunday, which is pretty weird. Let me know in the comments if you get butterflies. I reckon a lot of you won't, but if you do something that you love, it's not a job, is it? Tomorrow, we've got a busy day on the grabs. I absolutely love having the grab out. We've got 2 out tomorrow, which I'm absolutely buzzing. So we'll take you along for that. See you tomorrow. I can't tell you how happy it makes me seeing the grabs in action. It's weird, you know, so many people put me off going into grabs, but I don't know what it is. I think it's something, I think it's the kid in me that having big machines, I love owning machines and equipment, and seeing those grabs drive around, big beasts with our sign writing all over them, or when people send me a picture of our grabs and vans, and we've got quite a few now out there, people send me pictures, honestly, even to this day, nearly 15 years on, I get such a buzz. I remember the very first van we got, it was a battered old Astra van. I'll get a picture on now, and but I love that van so much. I remember spraying the bumper, trying to colour code it, and nearly gassed myself in the garage trying to do it, and I think it peeled off after like 2 days, but I just loved it. I just knew that I wanted a fleet. I actually had another picture that I spotted of a local company around here, and they had about 20 vans in their fleet, and I had a picture on the wall, and I've got that somewhere, where I put it on the wall to inspire me to build a fleet, and yeah, we managed to do it. But running a fleet is still a nightmare, and it's the reason why we recruited Dale. And I'm pleased to say Dale's van, I've signed off on the artwork for it. This is going to be a van that initially will be out there set up so it can service our fleet, it can look after our plant, and it can attend to our stuff as quickly as possible. So you remember in the last episode I showed you a job on our student village project where we'd just been instructed to overhaul the roof line, repair the roof, the dormers, all sorts on one of the blocks. Well, the scaffolding went up there yesterday. We were going to get the videographer Ian, who I'm going to introduce you to, over to shoot that, but because we're learning the YouTube game, we got the timings wrong, but that's up and ready now. So the guys are going to start on that roofline works later on this week. All right, so that outrigger there is already built.
Yeah, so there's the existing there.
Ah, yeah, I remember this now.
So there's a small little conservatory.
So what, on that scheme there, we're just infilling, right?
Well, there'd be an infill and the single story side. So
oh, because on the side, yeah.
To there, but they want to open up the entire downstairs.
Yeah.
So as they're doing that, I've told them that there's obviously more steel required.
So have we already priced this for them?
Yeah, so we priced a earlier design which was bigger.
So this is like a value engineered version of this?
Exactly, yeah. So something trying to keep the cost down wherever we can.
Yeah. Have they like shared where they want to be on budget?
They've given us an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so an idea of where we want to be.
So that's a nice single story extension ready to present it to the client. Once they sign that off, we'll then send it to Danny, our estimator, who will price it. This option here, this scheme here, the client wants a couple of options because they're a little bit over budget. So we're going to try and work up 2 designs and do 2 sets of costings, and hopefully we'll land on something that's going to be right for them. That's why Thomas works for us. The whole idea with bringing 𝗕𝗏𝗓𝗡𝗏 in was I wanted to be able to offer that end-to-end solution. Years ago, I was going out to jobs. When people want building work done, they go to a builder. But I'd get there and they'd have no drawings. I'd go, can I see your drawings? We need to price some drawings, and they wouldn't have them. So I thought, I'm missing a trick here. So what I used to do is recommend other architects, and I'd never hear from that customer again, very rarely, because architects have got their own preferred builders. So 𝗕𝗏𝗓𝗡𝗏 was working at a different company, weren't you? And then I used a bit of the old CS charm, managed to get him over here working for us, and now we're in a position where we can work end to end and offer a genuine design and build option, and it's been really powerful. Good morning, it's Wednesday. I'm in my office. So Danny, aka the Stig, the man who is too good looking for camera, doesn't want to be on camera, is working on a big one. There's a lot to it. It's in London, which we don't often work in London unless it's worth it or unless it's for this client. It's 12 apartments, 5 bedrooms in each, big student accommodation. So we've got a really tight deadline to get this back to them because they put it out to tender and it's quite over budget. So we don't know what it is, but we're going to try and bring it under budget. So we're going to have a go, see what's what. Danny's working his socks off to try and get this done, and we're going to try and turn this round this week and get it out to them and submit Friday. So I'm back at HQ downstairs now, and we started moving stuff out of here over to our other yard, materials, and it's amazed me the amount of stuff that we've collected over the years, like little treasures like this door that we'll probably never use it, but we've kept it thinking, oh, it's too good to throw away, and one day we'll use it on a job. But I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet, so got the skip and we're going to be brutal. But looking round, we've managed to clear a lot already. There's 2 sofas randomly. I don't even know where they've come from, and we're going to give them away on Marketplace. Architect's board, old school, not that anyone ever uses a ruler or a pencil anymore. So the idea is in this part here, it's going to be our tools, our props, our strong boys, a little bit of access equipment, but ultimately this place is going to be Dale's workshop. So he's absolutely buzzing to be on camera, and I want you to properly meet our talented fabricator mechanic, Dale. Good to meet you, even though I've met you before. So how long have you been at CDG for now?
It's probably
Is this your first?
month, I think.
Yeah, has it?
About a month,
How have you found it so far?
Yeah, it's good, good.
What's it like having me as a boss?
It's good, yeah.
Yeah. You hesitated there.
Yeah.
So what's your plan for this day now? So what are you going to set up on this part here?
So this area here is just going to be a bit of a fabricating area.
Yeah.
Any tools that I need to strip down,
Yeah.
test. This will be the area that I'll be doing that.
And then in there as well, you're building a little bit of a
bit of an office.
Yeah.
Just for paperwork, anything that needs servicing really.
Do you think that we're going to have enough space if we bring in sort of longer sections of steel to actually get it in here? So for example, we get some RSJs brought in and we need to do a little bit of fabrication here. Do you reckon that's the best place for it? I suppose we can always pull this out, can't we?
This area there is clear.
Yeah.
You know, like we're widening it, like you said before.
Yeah.
You'll be able to run on trestles out there and do
Yeah.
any fab work or cutting.
Yeah.
You know, with the bandsaw that we've got.
Yeah. Because I think what we should do is keep it all either on pallets so we can move it around with the truck, or get it on casters so we can move stuff about. So we need to basically make the most of this small space that we've got. If it goes to plan, which we think it will, we're going to invest in a bigger unit where we can have multiple bays, a pit, a fabrication area, and hopefully the plan is that we want Dale to have a team under him, and that's where we're looking at. That's how we started with the construction side, really. We started off with 1 tradesman, and then that tradesman became 4 tradesmen, and then 4 tradesmen had lads under them, and it's gone from there to the point where we've got 40 odd lads now. So yeah, I mean, we're at the early stages, and it's a bit annoying because we're kind of duplicating what we've already done because we set the other site up, but we just feel that this is the best place for it because we've got the space. So yeah, it's going to take a while to get set up, but we're cracking on. And how does it work logistically with the 5 vehicles? Who then makes the arrangements to settle the finance? It's all with different companies, isn't it, on different agreements?
Yeah, so I just need to essentially create an invoice.
Okay, right, yeah, send it over, let me have a look at it. Top man. Cheers, Paul, bye. So that there is a bit of good news actually. We've got about 6 vehicles that are coming to the end of their finance term, and with the type of finance product we've got, you get a choice. You either have to sell it and pay off the settlement fee, or you can keep it and go into a secondary period. It's a bit messy, but what we've actually got, it's weird, because our vans generally do low mileage and we look after them, we've got quite a lot of equity in them. So what we're going to try and do is switch to a different lender, package that van finance together. I think it's about 6 we're doing. They're all due to be settled in the next sort of couple of months, and then they'll value it current market value, and then they'll lend a proportion of that. So the idea is we'll settle the finance and we might have a little bit left in the pot to either settle a bit of debt or put into something else. So I've just got the call to say that that's a goer, so I've got to send back a few bits of information and we can actually have that money next week. I've got a really good finance guy. We've got a great guy, great company on the property side, and we've got a great guy on the asset finance, refinancing, that kind of stuff that we do in the construction side. And I can just literally tell him what we need, how much I want to pay a month, what kind of interest rate I'm willing to pay, and he'll come back with something. He's got a great relationship with lenders, and he knows our finances inside out, so he knows what we can afford, he knows what's too much for us, and I think that's invaluable. He's been brilliant for our business, like literally the way we've been growing as well. If we've spotted something that we want, 1 call, 2 days, finance done, settled, paid out, and we've got the kit on the way. It's great. Down at our Rosewood extension project, the electricians are on site, moving the board to enable the works to progress. So that's it for Wednesday. Another day done and dusted. I'm feeling tired today. I don't know whether it's just because I'm not back into the swing of things properly, but we have literally got so much going on, and I've just made like life harder by trying to do this YouTube thing. But I don't care, because I really enjoy it. I don't know what it is. It's just I'm enjoying being creative and telling the story, and as it's progressing, I'm getting slowly into it. But sometimes I've got to realise that I've got my limits. We've got the property thing going on, we've got the construction thing going on, grab thing going on, got sort of new staff starting, and then this YouTube thing and other little bits and pieces which we'll talk about in other episodes. And I think that's a problem I've got, is that I just have to keep pushing, I have to keep growing. If I'm not sort of starting or growing something, I'm not happy and my mood can drop. I'm not nice to be around. I genuinely think that my strengths are starting and getting a business going. I don't actually think that I'm brilliant at running businesses. That's more Kieran and Alex's area, definitely. Without Kieran and Alex, I think I'd be nowhere near where we are now. My strengths are seeing an opportunity, working out how to make money from it, working out how to put it into action, and then injecting loads of energy into making it work. But actually, in terms of day-to-day running of the business, it's not my strength. You know, I'm okay with numbers, but I'm not brilliant. I'm good at writing emails and stuff, but I wouldn't say I'm brilliant. I'm definitely not a great organizer of people. But that's the thing. That's when I decided that to get this business to the next level, I was going to take people on that are better than me, and I've worked hard to attract those people, gain those people, retain those people, train those people, and that's how I reckon I've managed to have, I don't want to say it's a success, but the growth that we've had now. But that's another day done. I feel like I've given a good shift. I don't know if I can work tonight. Maybe, we'll see, but I'm pretty done. I think I might have to give myself a night off tonight. Back tomorrow. So we're on site at Rosewood now, quick site visit, see how we're getting on. Busy little site this, let's have a look. How about this for a bit of hoarding? Let's build something great together. Whoa.
We've asked for a trial roll to find the bottom of the existing house footing, which Dave's found the top and he's found the bottom. So it's 500mm to the top, an extra 350 to the bottom. Then he scraped out underneath it to see if it's been piled, which it's not. So it's now gone on strip foundations. So now it's gone back to Paul at PKD, and he said it now needs to be piled. But speaking to Rhino then.
So what's gone on here is that basically building control have been out, we've signed off the rest of the foundations for their extension, but they're not happy with the existing foundations on the house. So we've exposed it here, and they now want piles going under the existing house, and also, Paul,
Yeah, so 2 internal, 2 external.
2 internal, 2 external on the existing house.
But we don't know how we're going
And then how do we tie into this? Have we got them like drilling and resi into this?
separate.
Just separate.
This and that being separate.
So if they move, yeah.
It's still got to be separate.
What a nightmare. Just introduce Rob to the camera, because this guy, right, he honestly, he is the best looking tradesman we've got. He's an absolute hit with the ladies, but he's a one ladies man, aren't you, Rob? Right, he's one of the loveliest. Yeah, one of the loveliest. He used to moan quite a lot, but he's one of the loveliest guys we've got working for us. And he's a fantastic joiner, aren't you, Rob?
Yes, now.
Yeah, how long have you been at it for?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it for?
43 years.
80 years he's been a joiner.
83 years.
Well, I'll tell you what.
83.
Yeah, I love Rob though. I love him. Now he don't moan, he's brilliant.
I had to come out and measure this as well, so that
Yeah.
can go in. This isn't.
To be honest, you know, get Phil Payne's measure. We'll just order that straight from Warwick. We'll do it. It's fine. Just double check with the height of that. It should be 800 anyway. Just check that we're okay what glass we need to put in there.
Right.
Yeah, it's tight in it. Not much room to work, have we?
It's just a
But
playroom, so.
yeah.
We've moved.
But we can literally close this. You can get to that. JD in the house. How you doing? We can literally get to a point where this bit can be closed off and done and dusted, can't we? Have they moved out now?
No, they're still living in here.
Okay.
So,
Well, we done rigged them a temporary kitchen.
yeah, temporary kitchen on the other side of
Is that all? Can we get into there? Is it all closed off? That?
It's all closed off.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Are we sponsored by MKM or something at the moment? We're sponsored by MKM. Look at this.
Nice and warm.
Yeah.
No, the lads warm.
So this is JD, James, one of our plumbers, one of our highly skilled plumbers. Also a trapeze. Is it a trapeze artist or what?
Train aerial, calisthenics, basically.
There you go. I'm not going to repeat that, but yeah, that's what that means. Another MKM hat. Where are you getting all these hats from? Yeah. Yeah. Where are you getting these? So this is Matt Leachy, another very highly skilled joiner. Also in a relationship with Rob, aren't you?
That's
Or is it a father and son relationship?
what everyone says.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. You could have your pick of men, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you worked for us for now, Matt?
3 years, I think, innit?
3 years. That's flown. Yeah. You only came for a week, didn't you?
Yeah, came for a week and I'm still here.
Top lad, Matt. Top lad.
Part of the furniture now, aren't I?
You are, mate. We love it. You love it like a comfy chair. Which car have we damaged?
See it on the
Are they in?
I'm unsure, to be honest.
Yeah, it's there, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. He's emailed me. I'll speak to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a really nice guy, actually. Get it sorted for him. All right, boys. Come here, Thomas. Come here, I'll talk to you. Yeah, yeah. See, so another MKM. This is my nephew, my little nephew. I used to change his nappies when he was young. And you haven't grown much since, to be honest. Down there, anyway. But yeah, are you enjoying your time at EveryTrade?
Yeah, it's good.
Do you like it? What am I like as a boss?
It's alright.
All right, yeah. Thanks, pal. See you later, mate. So that's that site visit done. Really happy with progress there. The boys are smashing it. It's good to actually introduce some of the boys to you. And as this journey progresses, I'll introduce more. Some want to be on camera, some don't. I've just got word that Dale, the mechanic's van, is now finished sign writing, and apparently it looks mega. What are you guys into again? It's Al was telling me it's is it something to do with like eco scheme, like government backed scheme or something?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So the eco scheme on Eco 4 now.
Yeah.
Every 4 years they change the criteria from Eco 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Eco 3 was all boiler swaps. You have to see it all on Facebook, getting a new boiler upgrade if it's
Yeah.
stronger than a boiler.
Well, we speak to someone quite similar to you. He actually is in property, and he's done really well. And he's probably 20 years ahead of where we are. But he's got to a point now where he's not really. He's got another bits and pieces going on. He doesn't necessarily want to be on the ground, buying, selling, dealing with tradesmen, this, that, and the other, because he's got somewhere else he could spend his time. And he's invested. He's done a refinance package and just reinvested the money into us. I mean, I'll tell you, like, property, it's graft, like, so I don't know if you know the backstory of me and Al. I own EveryTrade, which is a construction company in Manchester. It's been probably been going for 15 years. I started doing stuff for Alex on his HMOs in Liverpool, and then we just sort of got our heads together, and then they ended up buying 50% of EveryTrade, and we put this group together.
The first ones that I did years ago, that's all like you live off, and then all these new ones that you're doing now, you won't see profit out of them for like 4 or 5 years until you get your money back.
So that was a call with some investors that are interested in potentially investing some money into our property business, Emperor Property. We work with quite a few investors, and those guys there have done really well in business. They've sat on a pot of money, and essentially they want to know how they can make it work. So they could go out and try and buy property like we've got, but that's such a hands-on, on-the-ground undertaking. They literally, and they probably wouldn't see any money out of that for a while. So essentially what they want to do is deploy their money to us. We'd pay them a decent interest rate, 10-12% over a year. If they keep it in, they'll go again, and it'll compound year on year. And we work with quite a few people like that, and it blows my mind even to this day that people trust us with their hard-earned money. We treat their money like it's our money. So I'm in with Kieran, aka KTM, at the moment. We're doing our weekly labour plan. We try and sit down on a Friday, go through what we've got in next week, make sure that we've got everyone on jobs, no one stood around doing nothing. We're also able to put a few lads onto the yard and that kind of stuff at the moment as well. So even though it's January, we're still busy and we've still got a lot of labour to juggle. That's half the challenge sometimes, is making sure that and it's Kieran's challenge, it's not mine. It's making sure we've either seem to have too much labour or not enough. Most of the time it's not enough labour, so it's trying to juggle the assets, i.e. the tradesmen, and make sure they're on the right jobs and they're not stood around. So it can be a challenge, and as the year progresses, that'll get harder. Everyone knows that in the building industry. You're either too busy or you're not busy enough, and there never seems to be a middle ground. So I like to be too busy, but I also like having more labour than we need. Even though that can be an expensive approach, I like that because I've been in the situation where we've not had enough manpower. So I much prefer this.
Starting on Monday for St Catherine in Withington. We've got the Plumbers and Sparks meeting me there at 7:30 Monday morning.
Where's that?
So that's basically a kitchen renovation. We're moving the kitchen from one side to the other.
So with our management software, we've got the ability to Gantt out our projects, so we can build Gantt charts, and it's a really useful tool. It took me a long time to get my head around project management. I'm more of an ideas person, and then I throw it over to Kieran, but slowly but surely I've got my head around the importance of getting jobs planned properly. So on one of our bigger projects here, we've planned it right to the end now. We've got literally all the labour booked in. We know what follows what, so we can react. It can also move forwards, backwards, as and when, and the whole critical path of the project is sorted because we've planned it in advance. So I'm just in KTM's office, which is about 7,000 degrees. I don't know how he works in this. Yeah, it's not. And I've just signed off the pay run, which is pretty tasty today because it's the first proper working week since Christmas. So yeah, and the annoying thing about January is that you're still paying all your bills, but not that many people are paying us, because businesses have only just started getting going and things like that. But yeah, we've managed to make it work. We always manage to make it work. So that's it, that's signed off now. Kieran will press the buttons there and ruin the rest of my day. Over in one of our extensions, which we've not shown you yet, the renderers are finally on site because the temperature's picked up a little bit and they're prepping and they're going to crack on with the rendering. That's it, another week at EveryTrade. Hope you're liking what we're putting out there. It's weird, this whole YouTube thing, but your comments and the messages that I'm getting have really inspired me this week to keep filming, keep going, because it's hard having a camera there whilst you're trying to run your businesses. But I got a message from Japan this morning, which has blown my mind. Someone saying that they really enjoyed the episode, so we might be setting up a Japanese division, you never know. But yeah, that's it, another one in the can. Hope you like what you've seen. If you do like it, subscribe, because apparently that really helps, because we just want to keep going and keep telling the truth, keep telling the story of EveryTrade. See you on the next one. What do you reckon, Jay? Any good? Nah.